Investing is not always about the most growth long term. Sometimes you want some passive income with low effort and without worrying about what's going to happen to it long term. The first method is cryptocurrency staking. I'm personally only going to talk about my favorite two, which is Cosmos Atom and Cake. Cosmos Atom is very easy. All I did was buy some Cosmos Atom on Binance and then move it to my ledger, which is a cold wallet. Then I stake it on the Binance node. I earn crazy amounts of interest because Binance only keeps like 2.5%, so it's really nice. You can also use Kepler instead, which is also very safe and reliable. Then I earn passive income every single day from Cosmos. I earn an insane amount from this, and the cool part is Cosmos is pretty low right now, so if I bought now, I'd be making not only some growth long term, but also I earn a crazy amount of Cosmos Atom every single day. The next method is Cake. Now Cake is on the decentralized exchange called Pancake Swap. Now all I did was I go to Binance, I bought some BNB tokens, then very carefully moved those tokens to the Pancake Swap decentralized platform, and I swapped them BNB to Cake. Cake is right now worth about $4.50. Then I went to one of the pools on the Earn tab, and currently I'm earning about 60%, and I locked up my Cake for some time. Although you don't have to lock it up, you can use a variable pool. So now I'm earning passive income from Cosmos every single hour and all the time, and I'm earning Cake tokens, although I temporarily locked them up, and that also earns me a lot of money. Both of those earn crazy amounts of interest, although keep in mind they don't necessarily mean growth. So you could earn 60% in something, but because of inflation and market dynamics, you could end up losing 150% or all of your money by unfortunately the price going to zero. So it doesn't necessarily mean there's no risk, but personally I enjoy it, especially because those tokens are low at price right now. So if you have any questions about staking Cosmos Atom or staking Cake, just go down to the bottom in the comments, ask any questions you'd like, and I can help you set it up. Although this is not financial advice, I will just help you set it up. The next passive income stream is real estate investment trusts. Now I have two of them that I particularly like that I'm going to talk about. The first is the ticker symbol O, and the second is the ticker symbol REXR. Now O is very popular. It has a decent dividend of about 4%. And again, real estate investment trust means that you basically own some real estate and you're getting the passive income without a lot of the hassle. Now sometimes this can mean more money, sometimes rental properties are more money, but the key with real estate investment trusts is that you don't have any of the downsides, or at least you don't have it in your actual efforts. And the cool thing is they compound. So if you're doing that in a Roth IRA, you can make a ton of money. The second one is REXR, which is also a real estate investment trust, and this one had some absolutely insane, shocking growth. So I not only made passive income, but also some growth, which is super cool. And both of these are best held in a Roth IRA so that all the dividends you get are not taxed. And by the time you turn 59 and a half, you can have a ton of passive income from these two ETFs. You can also own them somewhere else, but these REITs are incredible investments for me. And I personally absolutely love real estate investment trusts, although I keep them a relatively small portion of my portfolio because I don't want to risk the loss of growth in general. The next passive income stream is a very unique savings account. These are Yada and Prize Pool. Both of these are separate entities, and both of these act in a very similar manner. Yada is a very high yield savings account, which allows you to win money potentially by getting tickets. So the more money you put in, the more tickets you get, and it gives you a chance to win money as well as a very fair savings reward. But either way, they're both great if you need liquid assets, and I use both of them to make quite a nice passive income. And if you get lucky, you can win thousands, if not thousands of dollars. Prize Pool especially has a higher chance of winning. I see that at least in my portfolio. So I have money, it's cash flow, and I'm very impressed with both Prize Pool and Yada. Although Yada has had some issues, but I still think that they're doing a good job, and I think that their income is quite nice, and the yield is definitely higher than you would get in a normal bank account. The next passive income stream is individual stocks that give dividends. Now, in general, I don't like individual stocks, but there are a couple here and there that I'll buy a little bit of just because I know that they have good cash flow, and I do a lot of research before investing in them to make sure that they not only have good dividends long term, but they have good growth and good potential. Now, this is incredibly high risk, and way too many people invest in individual stocks, in my opinion. But if you do pick the right individual stock, you could potentially make a nice amount of dividends and get some decent growth. Now, keep in mind, ETFs, mutual funds, and all the rest are usually a little bit better because there's less risk and they're more spread out. They're a basket of stocks that are usually pretty decent. However, individual stocks can sometimes outperform ETFs and mutual funds, and so I do sometimes have a few individual stocks in my portfolio, and if they give dividends, this can be a very nice surplus. The last two on my list are covered call ETFs and dividend ETFs. Now, there are many options in this basket, including QYLD, XYLD, RYLD, and a few others, and there's many good dividend ETFs. Keep in mind, though, that none of these ETFs tend to outperform the S&P 500. That means that although you'll be getting cash payments every month or every quarter, you're not going to be getting as much money overall. That's because dividends do technically take away from a company. Now, sometimes dividends are fine, but all the money that they're giving to you, they're not reinvesting in their company. But dividends are very appealing, and they're one of the easiest ways to make passive income. If they're in a Roth IRA, they're even more valuable because you won't have to pay any taxes on those stocks, and all that dividend is tax-free. I personally enjoy dividends in my Roth IRA, and I'm going to continue investing in high-quality dividend ETFs and sometimes covered call ETFs in my Roth IRA because all those dividends are tax-free always, and when I'm 59 and a half, I'll be able to retire on mostly dividends and let the rest of my growth stocks grow without touching them at all. I personally use all of these income streams myself. However, keep in mind they don't tend to beat the S&P 500, and some of these are high risk. That means that using any amount of money in any of these methods could potentially lead to massive losses. That's why it's always important to learn and do it yourself, and also consult a professional if you're looking for advice. There's no advice here at all. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you make some nice passive income, but invest wisely, invest carefully, and enjoy the passive income.